With recent events in the fitness industry, bodybuilders dropping dead due to heart attacks, it has left, I think, many of us concerned with our health. And I'm talking about those of us who abuse PEDs. And I have been abusing them for 10 years straight now. I started PEDs when I was 17. Okay, I'm 27, going on 28 this year.
Damn, that's 10 years abusing steroids. And Larry Wheels is only 27. I'm not hating on Larry because I love him. I'm subscribed to his channel, but he looks a lot older than 27. I know I'm no fountain of youth or anything, but like I'm 33. I think Larry looks older than me. Yeah, partially because he's about 300 pounds as a bodybuilder, but damn, steroids age you. Alright guys, what's going on? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Shaun Jones. Today we're going to be reacting to Larry Wheels' recent video talking about his PED use and getting his heart checked after 10 years of being on steroids. This is something that I want to talk about a lot more now going forward. I feel like light needs to be shed on this topic, and it's good because there are a lot of people starting to be more open about their steroid use. But since I've got on TikTok, it's crazy how many videos get recommended to me from lads, not just like mild steroids, I'm talking like the actual big daddy steroids like Trent. You've got lads as young as 18, 19 years old on TikTok breaking down their steroid cycles. It's insane, and I just don't think these kids really understand the health problems that they're going to potentially get when they're older.
So long enough for me to be worried about my heart health amongst other major organs. But with that said, I have gotten everything checked out except my heart. So my liver, my kidney, for example, my cholesterol, all checks out okay. You may have seen my videos with Justin, Autonomic Coaching. He did a very comprehensive diagnostics of all my major organs, excluding my heart. And I've taken medication ever since to regulate everything, and I'm in good health regarding that.
Larry Wheels has just mentioned that he's taken medication to help regulate everything since he got his organs checked. You should not have to take medications. Okay, taking supplements to make sure that you're not deficient in anything is okay, but having to take medication when you're 27 to regulate things is not a good sign. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but this could potentially mean that Larry Wheels has got some sort of underlying issues or could be at a high risk of potential issues in the future. So just don't be fooled by the smokescreen. Larry Wheels says, oh, you know, everything's fine. I got all my kidneys checked and all my organs checked. Now I just take some medications to regulate it all. It's not a good sign.
But I never had my heart checked out. So this morning, I finally had a ECG while I was hooked up to the treadmill, okay? And I also had an echo. And essentially what the echo does is it checks for any clogged arteries, any enlargement of the heart, and when you're hooked up to the ECG on the treadmill, it tries to identify any irregularities in the heart. Maybe you have an irregular heartbeat, or it's beating too high. So all that checked out okay. I know, I'm shocked, I can't believe myself. After 10 years of, well, I guess not abusing as much as I thought I was, PEDs, my heart is, from what the doctor said, a perfectly normal, healthy heart for a young man my age.
So Larry's only 27 years old. He should not be worrying about if his heart's okay, if he's going to have a heart attack or stroke. This probably goes to show us how much steroids he's actually been doing. Even himself, he says, I have been abusing steroids for the last 10 years. I don't expect anyone to listen to me, especially someone who's got world record lifts in powerlifting. But I do want to make it my mission to help educate young lads who are potentially thinking about hopping on steroids. And then they'll watch Larry's video and think, oh, Larry's completely fine and he's done it for 10 years. Maybe I can just do it for 5 years and I'll be okay as well. If you think Larry's 10 years of abusing PEDs is not going to cause issues further down the line, then you've got another thing coming. Just because everything checks out okay here right now in this moment does not mean you're not going to have problems further down the line. I mean, you hear him say at the end there that he's surprised and he thought that there probably would have been problems. So it makes me wonder if he's felt something or not felt right recently, or he's a little bit nervous with all the recent deaths in bodybuilding, which I'm going to do a video on as well. Also, make sure you follow me on TikTok because I talk about this quite frequently.
So you may be asking, Larry, why are you only checking it out now? You've been on PEDs for 10 years. Why today? As I mentioned in the video, that there have been several bodybuilders in the last couple of years with heart problems and also dying because of it. And it has left me very concerned about my own heart. And having that, not having a clue if my heart is healthy or not, you know, didn't make any sense for me to continue going on. Not having it checked out. It only took me 2 hours this morning to have all these tests done and have everything checked out and give me that reassurance and that peace of mind. to make sure everything's okay, right?
Now, you might be thinking, Shaun, leave Laddie alone. He's went and got his checks done. He's fine. Isn't he doing what he should be doing? And yeah, he's getting himself checked out. That's good. 2 thumbs up. I actually went to get some health checks done the other day myself, so make sure you check out that video. But in light of all the recent deaths within bodybuilding and all this TikTok content glorifying steroid use, I've been going down the rabbit hole a little bit. And an ECG and an echocardiogram doesn't really tell you what the big picture is like. What Laddie should be doing, and some of these bodybuilders, is he should be going for a calcium CT scan. And here's why CT calcium scoring is important. When you consider there's 1 heart attack every 2 minutes in this country, you will be aware that heart disease is an increasingly common problem. If discovered early enough, however, you can reduce your risk immensely. So this scan uses calcium scoring to detect and measure calcium in your coronary arteries. If calcium is detected, it's likely that the artery disease could be present. More importantly, if no calcium is detected, this suggests you are at low risk of a heart attack. And then this is the important part. Our scanner can detect calcium at the very early stage of artery disease, even before any significant blockage has developed, and potentially years before a standard health screening or exercise ECG would detect any disease. So that's why this particular scan is important. Doing an ECG scan is not going to give you the big picture. If you really want to find out your risk of heart disease, you need one of these scans.
I should have gotten this done much sooner. I was worried what the answer may be. I worried what my heart health may be. I did not want to hear from the doctor, Larry, you got to stop lifting, or Larry, you're in poor heart health. So you can imagine what a relief it has been today to hear that it is perfectly normal, healthy heart. Just slightly thicker because I'm an athlete. So
look, I understand it can actually be a little bit scary. I've had a few little health issues over the last couple of years myself, all being checked out, completely fine. But going to get these checks, I was nervous as hell. I didn't want to really go. I wanted the doctor to ring me up and say, oh, it's being cancelled and pushed back. You want to put it off because you're worried that you're going to be told something that you don't want to hear. So especially for someone like Laddie or any of these other bodybuilders who've been abusing PEDs for 10, 15, 20 years, they can tell themselves otherwise all they want. The steroids don't do any harm, and there's no research that shows the steroids cause heart disease or problems, but they know deep down that they are damaging the body from the inside out. And listen guys, one of the most important things that you need to get checked out is your blood pressure. You need to make sure that that is under control. So many people have high blood pressure for years and years and years and never get it checked out and never actually address the problem. High blood pressure will kill you. You need to get that under control, so go and get yourself checked out. You can even buy yourself your own blood pressure monitor and check it out every single morning when you wake up, or once a week. There's no excuses. Get your blood pressure checked.
I'm going to keep doing what I do, but I don't intend to use this as an excuse to blast PEDs because, oh, well, my heart's in great health, so let me just take everything in the cabinet. It's just with recent events in the industry, I thought, well, to be honest, the anxiety was getting to me. Like, I've never had it checked out. Who knows what condition my heart may be in.
This is good that Laddie says he's not going to use it as an excuse to just blast PEDs now, but at the same time, he's speaking in extremes. So yeah, sure, he might not go crazy with it, but he still might be taking a decent amount where it's still damaging for his health. We also know that Laddie is going to go back into strongman, and he's going to try and do really good at that. Maybe he'll go back into powerlifting as well, so of course he's going to be slamming the gear. There's no way to compete at that top level naturally, or even on small amounts of gear. You need that extra sauce in order to be competitive. So I think what we'll see here is Laddie be relieved for a good amount of time, and then gradually he will start increasing the dose again, now that he has that peace of mind that everything is okay. But we just don't want to see Laddie hurt himself in the future from all this PED use.
I took so much time also because I don't have any heart disease that runs in the family, One person in my family, actually my grandfather, did die of a heart attack. But he was raising a lot of kids. He's under a very high stress lifestyle, very poor diet, very overweight. And no one else on my father's or mother's side of the family has any history of heart disease. So it's unlikely for me to have that problem.
Now, I get what he's saying here about heart disease not really running in the family, so it's not something to be concerned about himself. This isn't really true. If I have no heart disease that runs within my family, but then I make decisions that are potentially going to increase my chance of heart disease, that's my lifestyle. It doesn't matter how healthy or unhealthy the rest of my family are. If I'm doing something detrimental towards my health, then I'm going to have to suffer the consequences of that. So I get what he's saying, but really, he does need to think in the future and understand that we don't know what's potentially going to pop up for Laddie.
This is a message for all those out there who may be using PEDs, and who decided not to get checked out. You may not be so lucky as me. And the problem is that if you wait too long, right, until you have symptoms, till you have pain in your chest, or you have an irregular heart rate, then it may be too late. You need to get a stent in your heart, for example. So don't wait until you have symptoms of heart problems, heart disease. You know, just get it checked out for that, for your peace of mind.
So that's the end message, guys. Laddie said, make sure that you get checked regularly. I've got a better solution. Just don't take any steroids in the first place. Here's the thing. Just stay natty. I know that you're going to be smaller. You're not going to be absolutely jacked out of your brain unless you've got crazy genetics. And even then, you're still not going to be massive. Just remember that you don't need to succumb to the peer pressure, especially of social media. You log on to TikTok every single day and you see people who post the physique updates, and then you go to the comments and then people are slating them because they're not absolutely massive, or because someone's trained for 10 years and they're not absolutely jacked. I've trained pretty much my entire life, martial arts and lifting weights. I'm not absolutely jacked. I'm just athletic. I don't train specifically just to get bigger. If it did, I should hope to be a little bit bigger, but ultimately, that's not my goal anyway. I don't want to be jacked out of my brain. I want to be athletic, look good on the beach, look good in my swim shorts, you know, get more beards or have me beards be attracted to me, be a good, healthy dad, live for long, and also be able to fight and defend myself. So this all boils down to your why, your motivation. And if you're watching these type of videos or watching the videos on TikTok where they're talking about steroids and they're glorifying it all, I just urge you to just stay natural, at least for 3 to 5 years, and just learn as much as possible and hit the gym as hard as you can. If you are just getting started at the gym, I've got a free course coming out with a free workout program. It'll show you how to not cut any corners and maximize your progress as a gym beginner. It should be out within a week or so of this video. If you want to stay updated with that, give me a follow on Instagram where I'm active every single day, and make sure you give me a follow on TikTok. I'm trying to get to 10k. For any returning subscribers, I'm now going to be on YouTube pretty much full time, 3 videos every single week. I've just hired a full professional videographer to follow me around, and we're going to do lifestyle videos, nutrition videos, training videos. So comment below with what you want to see, and also make sure you subscribe. Let's get to 10k subscribers. Okay guys, I'll see you on the next one.